Hey guys, Rob here, aka Devil Dog, and I am here with the gold version of Endless Space 2, and I cannot tell you how excited I am for so many reasons. First, Endless Space 2 is definitely one of my favorite games in a long time. I've really enjoyed Amplitude's take on 4X. I really like the lore building, the focus on storyline and quest lines, and just getting to know these races, and that really shines here in Endless Space 2, and I'm really excited for it to finally come to a gold point. But more importantly, okay, actually maybe not more importantly, but just as importantly to me, the Unfallen are here. And if you guys don't know, I am the one who created the concept of the Unfallen, and through Amplitude's Games Together program, I won the vote, which I thought was amazing. And when I first saw these guys, so you can see them over here to the right, I teared up. I legitimately teared up because not only am I excited about having something that I've created in a game, but it happens to be Endless Space 2, and I'm so in love with Endless Space 2, and I'm so in love with Amplitude. It was amazing to see this. And so there are so many new things that I'm going to be able to show you, and we're just going to do a few episodes of the Unfallen. But before I start, I wanted you guys to hear something that I think is going to surprise a bunch of you.
Choose science. Choose recklessness. Choose the softens.
Yeah, there's voiceover work now. And it's present not only here when I select this race, but it's also present in diplomacy. So every time you interact with them, they have something new. There's like 50 lines per race that have been recorded. And I'll say that they all sound pretty good. There's one or two misses, but there's some really good home runs here. And I think the Cravers are one of them, because if you can remember the intro video for the Cravers, that very deep, growly voice. Well, here it is.
Consume or be consumed. Join the hive.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. They sound menacing as all crap. I love it. The Lumeris.
The families want you.
Praise to the virtual endless, and death to all infidels.
The Vodiani.
By your will, the Empire shall reign supreme.
Aren't I divine?
Master the galaxy and all its dimensions. Preserve the Riftborn.
Listen to the whispers of the heart.
Yeah, for the most part, I think these are really good. I have some like minor quarrels with some of it, but I was so surprised to hear voiceover work. And truth be told, in a very early version of this game, there was some like placeholder voiceover work, and I was like, man, I wonder if they're gonna go that way. And then sure enough, they obviously hired professional voice actors to do this, and I'm really enjoying it. I think it adds a lot to the flavor of this game, and I already thought this game was just oozing with flavor. So let's play with the Unfallen. Let's do this. My babies, I'm so proud of them. I think they turned out so great. And the other two, Karaji and Digital Hawk, both with the story from Karaji, sorry, I may have mispronounced that name, and Digital Hawk with his aesthetics and his ships. They turned out so much better than I could have expected, and I'm so proud and so excited to show you the Unfallen. So let's start. I'm going to play with a small galaxy, random galaxy shape. Medium density, number of constellations is always unique for me. We'll go with normal speed, normal minor civilization difficulty, normal everything else. And then competitors, we'll do 7, since we want to see all of them. And maybe we'll take green and make it... I don't want to do yellow, because yellow always messes me up. So we'll do like this dark red. You know what? Green might actually work better. I think it's different enough. So let's do this. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's see if I can do maybe that green. No, that's too close. That's definitely a better green. All right, yeah, so let's get this started. Watch the video. Enjoy the Unfallen. We'll play a few episodes and just...
Ignorant of other worlds, of other races, We slumbered for ages. We were even ignorant of ourselves. For we knew fire as rebirth, renewal, life, not as death, from above as from below. The carnage of the flames terrified us, but the heart soothed us, and we thought long about what we must do. For this new fire also awoke things inside us. Talents, truths, and a desire to heal the galaxy. Everything begins with fire. But we will not let everything end with fire.
I get shivers. I've got goosebumps. The Unfallen, they were my idea, and here they are in the game. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop talking about it like that. But I'm just, oh wow, it's so amazing. All right, so let's talk about the Unfallen. They're a tree species, and they need to connect each system with their homeworld. So what they have are called vine ships, and vine ships they basically spread the vines that are required to colonize other planets. And once you've laid down the tree, the root network in a system, you can immediately colonize planets in that system. However, you always have to be connected to the home system. So if for some reason, let's say there was a system here and a system here, and this system here was disconnected, then this system and maybe even whatever other system was connected through this system would lose connection, and it would no longer be your colonies. So while they do a really good job of spreading quickly, they're also very vulnerable, because if you take out any of those nodes, then the whole switch system almost, it all falls apart, breaks down. So really cool gameplay mechanic. All right, so let's take a look and see what else they've got here. They start with off-world agribusiness, which not a big deal. Planetary landscaping, another one. Guardians. So this is something else that's unique to the Unfallen. They have guardian units that you'll be able to see. Here we go. A guardian, as you can see in the lower left, they are very good at defending their planets. So they have plus 200 damage done to attacker during a ground battle. They also give you 5 morale, and they are of pacifist political opinion, which, needless to say, maybe you don't know this, but the Unfallen are a pacifist focused group. You can take these guardians and sacrifice them. I had originally called it smoking the trees or something like that, but you can sacrifice Unfallen guardians and generate morale as a result. So it's definitely something that you'd want to do only if you needed it, because the guardians are obviously very good. They're very good at defending your planets and all that. Their homeworld's Koyasil, and we can learn a little about it here. You'll let you look to the left, pause that and read it if you want. And let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and get the drone network started, and then either sustainable farms or the cerebral reality, depending on how I feel. We might do sustainable farms so we can get some more people going, some more of our trees. Let's take a look at what's going on here. We have Luna Barks, who is the Games Together hero that was voted on, and she is a seeker, so she focuses on exploration and scientific wisdom.
An eternity of peace has been shattered by the arrival of violent alien species upon the world of Koyasil. The people called the Unfallen have been shocked out of their ages of slumber, and their treasured ideals of harmony and unity are being challenged. You are the voice of this contemplative and powerful people. Now that your curiosity and fear has been awakened, You must leave the whispers of the world heart, venture into the galaxy, and impose harmony upon the stars. Everything begins with fire, but you cannot let it end with fire.
Oops, that stuff's been cut off. But yeah, so awesome, right? We have already discovered the minor civilization Bagagaba. Bagaba. Yes, that's probably more likely. And they are temperate, disarming, diplomacy. Very good. So let's get these vine ships going. First of all, let's take our Flaming Embers questioners. They're called questioners. And we'll send probes this way and here. And then we'll also take the questioner and send it this way. I don't want to quite send out the vine ship yet until I see which system we're going to head to. Let's get research going. I'm a big believer in getting one of the strategic resources going pretty quickly. I also like this one with the additional... Oh, they changed it. All right. So xenobiology now has plus 10 science per fertile, per planet, per temperate. So this is a good one for like a jump start to science. And then we'll also get this one. Maybe this one. Let's do Xeno-industrial infrastructure with the titanium going. And then we'll come back to it once we've done those two. And we'll also, while we're here, assign our governor, Lunabarxes, and we will pass a couple laws. So we can start with My Precious, which gives resource generation on luxury resource deposits, and plus 10% dust on systems per luxury resource deposit. I don't think we have any luxury system deposits here, do we? Well, maybe there's some right here in the subterranean. So we might hold off on that just so we can save some of our influence. But maybe we can do plus 20% food per anomalies on colonized planets. 20 morale. Or 20... Yeah, we're going to hold off because none of them are something we're going to be able to use just yet. We have multiple moons, which is an anomaly here. But there are no anomalies on this planet that we've colonized. So I don't really think it's worth passing a law for something that's not going to really help us right now. Let's take a look at these multiple moons. So all the stuff, this is, I'm pretty sure you're looking at like the version for release. It says gold version. I'm assuming there might be like small patches, like a small patch between now and release. But for the most part, I think this is it. Alright, so we could, I don't want to vine these guys yet because we don't even know if we're going to end up liking them. I'm sure we will. We'll probably get them going. You do need to root a system that minor factions are in order to assimilate a minor faction. So if we were to assimilate, we don't even get the ability to try. We don't do the quest at all until we've rooted the system. So that definitely puts the Unfallen a little bit behind because, you know, a lot of the minor factions aren't right next door like this one. I got lucky. But it does add a strategic level that, you know, you have to consider. And it takes 10 turns per vine ship to root a system. So, you know, you can send out a couple vine ships and get an entire root system going pretty quickly. Tiny atoll. And you know what? It's actually a pretty decent system. Or a pretty decent planet. So we'll send our vine ship that way. And we'll get our questioner going this way to see what's going on over here. Boom. And here with the next turn should start our faction quest. Get these guys going. Academy discovered. Oh wow. That was quick. I've never discovered the Academy that quickly. And the cool thing is there's now an Academy quest line that we will probably likely trigger in 3 episodes. So I'm going to stick to the 3-episode format, even though these guys are my babies and my creation. I'm just not very good at sticking with Let's Plays for too long. I'm not going to lie. There's still a little bit of like jiltedness with that. But here, if this is a destroyed system, no matter where the Academy it is a destroyed planet. So And you get to learn a bit about why it's destroyed. Let's send... I think there's probably one right about... looks like it's coming here. Maybe... well, maybe like here. We'll see, though. Maybe it's actually going straight to wherever this one's located. And then let's take this guy, and we're going to route. We're going to implant our beacon, which is going to entwine the system. So as you'll see, as the turns progress, you'll start to see roots kind of eking out to the system. It's a super cool gameplay mechanic. So when Amplitude came to me and was like, hey, you know, your gameplay stuff, your concept is really cool, but we don't really think it's going to work as well as we'd hoped with the ideas that we had. And so we got together on Skype or whatever system they use, I forgot. And we discussed some gameplay variations, and we all agreed on this one. And so the idea of sending basically like root ships out and having them, you know, root out systems and then spreading your tendrils, so to speak, it kind of really came together. And as soon as we all kind of, I mean, mostly it was, you know, their idea and then some fine tuning, and I just was so amazed by how great it was. I mean, they kept the spirit of what I wanted the Unfallen to be intact, no doubt. So let's do this. We awoke ages ago. The first of us came to life fully conscious, as if from one day to the next the dawn changed us. We did not worry ourselves with this, however. For ages we simply grew and thought, listening to the heart and learning about our world, Koyasil. We sunk our roots deep into the soil to see what lay beneath. We gazed at the stars and tracked their passage across the sky. Why seek anything else? What more is required of life? Then these others came, bringing their conflicts and their violence, driving us into self-doubt and confusion. To ask, where did they come from, is a brief step away from asking, and where did we come from? We hear the murmurs of the heart, and it soothes us. It speaks to us of serenity and strength, but the old reassurances are no longer enough. They fade with the old vision of the universe. It seems we are one small clod of dirt in an unthinkably vast galaxy, and now we must raise our limbs, shake out our roots, and look beyond Koyasil. Some say we do not need to look forward. We have Koyasil in the heart, and they will protect and guide us. Some say that the new knowledge is critical to our future, that the violence and aggressive science of the others must be controlled. I do not back either side in this debate. I would not see us limited to Koyasil, nor would I see us enslaving the others. So we can either know and possess 2 anomalies in our empire, or we can grow and colonize 4 new star systems using the Unfallen tendrils. Before we agree to either of those, let's see what we got. I mean, those are 4 systems right there, but what's going on here again? We have an ash. We will be doing this one pretty quickly. What about Rassam? Oh man, there is a bit of a glitch still. This is a pretty fast computer too. So that weird, like, I mean, this is a great little like montage of the system, but it always like just hiccups a little bit. Cepheus. It's a small forest. Komayite? I've never seen a Komayite volcano anomaly. So cool new things. I think the grow is going to be our better one. Because knowing, I did see the Komayite. But I'm going to go ahead and do the grow. Because we're going to spread. We're going to, spread our tendrils and, start growing wide anyways. So the Unfallen are obviously a very good wide group, or wide faction. Unlike the Vajani, who are very tall. The Unfallen definitely grow wide. Because they spread their tendrils pretty quickly. It doesn't take very long. And once you get 2 vine ships going, you can just tear things up. So, we're gonna need to get this guy going. We'll come up here and see what's here. And then we might, there we go. Plus 50 morale, plus 50 influence. Once we get to that system, I might send a probe that way and then head over here to see what's down below Actons. Very good. So that means... Oh, no, I haven't gained a level yet for Lunabarxis, but she's 1 turn away from it. So Got sustainable farms. We're very close to that, and then we'll do the subterranean, which is probably going to be a luxury resource, like I said, and then we'll pass that one law. And then let's get cerebral reality going. We're actually pretty happy people, so I don't really need to worry too much about morale with the Unfallen. But you have to keep the eye on the morale level for any race, really. Alright, so like I said, we'll send a probe. I'm going to say that way. And then we'll take him and bring it down this way. The problem with having a miner that close is we're going to start seeing pirates soon. Let's make first contact and let's praise them a couple times. That way we can get some good relation going and maybe avoid too many pirate attacks. Right, so we've gained support module for... Oh, wait. We did? I thought we... Let me remind myself here. Okay, so yeah, okay. We gained system improvements and... Or the system improvement here. The private-public partnerships, and then colonized tundra. And then we're working on this. This is I think this is a new screen. I've seen it for a while, so I don't remember if you guys remember it, or if you guys had it in your latest build. But yeah, it's really cool. If you haven't actually chosen something yet, it'll give you 4 or 5 recommended research topics. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, you don't have to choose those, but it is cool to have like a little idea of what you could go with. And then there's a decent little system there. Little break. All right, tiny desert. Metallic waters. Which I think is really good for industry, but I didn't look because, yeah, why would I? All right, so lifeform curiosities are usually guardians with the Unfallen. Hostile fauna anomaly. Yeah, that's not good. So I think the systems I'm probably going to take are... I'm definitely going to take Gender with the academy there. And then we'll take Rassam likely as soon as we can. But we'll need Gender... We'll need Ashes. Ash colonization ability, which I think is here? Is it all the way down here? No. Maybe it's not quite as high as I thought it was. Snow. Man, they've moved a lot around, so... Even now, I'm... Oh, there we go. Okay, so this one hasn't moved. I knew it was somewhere in this corner here. So we'll take Colonize Ash pretty quickly after we get... We'll probably take Plasma Metallurgy. Likely. Yeah, I'll probably take that. See how it says suggested here? Suggested. 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 So when I... saw that screen before and I was telling you that it had suggestions, that's the ones that they would have suggested. Then you can still see what are suggested in that research screen too. So nice little touches that I like a lot. Alright, so let's do plus 10% food because we don't have much in the way of food going there. We want more people. Oh, what am I talking about? Food was really good actually. Oops. Oh well. We'll find another skill to take next time. How far are we from getting this? We got 4 more turns before we've sunk our heels into that. And we're almost at the next level of friendship here with the Bagaba. Let's praise him one more time. We'll let that build up over time as well. Alright, so the plan too, after I think we get cerebral reality, is to do another vine ship. And we will actually take a look at the vine ships. Okay, so it doesn't really have any slots left. A lot of them do, like the questioner probably does. No, it doesn't. Okay. Something you can do now. Auto upgrade. Pretty cool. It'll take what... Like if you've got... Let's say the questioner was a warship and it had decent Hyperion weapons, then you get a new one. You get a new Hyperion weapon of sorts. It will auto design will just go ahead and upgrade those. It tries to kind of maintain the spirit of whatever ship design you've got. So it's a really great system. I am personally somebody who doesn't like to be super, invested in my ship design. So I like it. I mean, of course, occasionally when you're like losing battles and stuff, you want to like really look at what you're doing and create ships that are going to be, the right ship, especially with the counter system here in this game. But for the most part, like for things like that where maybe I'm just getting upgrades to engines and stuff like that, it's cool to just hit auto upgrade and move on. So, alright, so now we're cordial. And it looks like we've gained a population. Hey, look at that. There's an Unfallen. I'm sorry, Riftborn. Silly me. Not everything's the Unfallen there, young man. Alright, so now that we've got... Oh, no, we haven't done it yet. Almost there. As soon as we get that luxury resource figured out, we'll pass that law. And we have entwined here. So we'll go ahead, and this is something that I'm really excited to show you too. There are now colonization videos for every single colonization. So very cool, right? I love it. Alright, so expedition successful on here. 3. I didn't know we didn't. Didn't know we did one. So we got a long season anomaly, which is bad for dust and food. Great. And alright, plus 50 science is great. But the funny thing is that's actually an anomaly. So had we gone the other way with this one, we would already be halfway to completing it. Alright, sorry, my cat is deciding to attack me. Alright, so let's start with the drone network. It's probably the best start because it's going to give you a quick little boost to food and industry, which, in my opinion, are two of the most important things. I'd be willing to bet they're both Guardians because they generally are with the Unfallen, but we'll take a look to see what one of them is. And yeah, looks good from here. So now, our little, you can see our little vine network. Cool thing is they added this color to it, which I think is great. It helps you kind of figure out who owns it. Although there's generally at least for me, I've never played a game where factions are doubled up. So like I've never played against another Unfallen as an Unfallen because I think they took the system from Endless Legend that they finally figured out to make sure that factions don't repeat. Anyway, it is a quick little easy reference to see the color, and it does look nice. It looks very good. And as you can see, there's no influence around these because there's not influence. Unfallen don't really work with influence. They work with these tendrils. So if for some reason, I will take this, but to get this 50 influence on system, I will just root it. I'll just root the system, and then I'll grab it instead of having to wait for my influence. So there's definitely some advantages to being the Unfallen. Find ship. And you know what we're going to do? We're actually going to set up... No, we'll wait for that. I want to show you the recommendation system. Uh-oh. So, whoa, there's a lot of notifications. Population gained. Expedition failed on IS. So there wasn't actually any luxury resources. That is no good. That sucks. I was hoping for a luxury resource because then it would be ideal to take that one law, but am I missing anything? +1 resource generation on luxury resource deposit, plus 10%. Yeah, I don't have any luxury resources, so it's just really not worth it. Although now we have plus 20% per anomalies on colonized planets. This is actually going to be good because even though it's a negative anomaly, that other anomaly is definitely an anomaly, so it'll help us gain food once that passes. Cerebral reality is done, or is on its way. Creator of wealth, that will be the first system to 100 dust in a single star system. We can get that quickly. Hey, look at that. Brad Wardell saying, looking forward to ES2. It's a good man. He's alright with the competition. let's do instead, actually. So these are the suggestions. There's 4 of them. I was pretty sure there was either 4 or 5. But we're going to ignore all that and actually go to the one that allows you to buy out stuff with dust. And then we're going to take this one as well so that we can grab the ash planet. Get that going. We've already explored 20% of the galaxy because it's a small galaxy. So, I mean, that's about 1/5, I'd say. Another 4 of those. Surprisingly, we haven't met any other races because 20% of the system, there's 7 other races. The math. That means a couple of them are bundled up together, which I'm right with. Keep them away from me. And, wow, you know, I just realized miners are really close to me. That never happens to me. 50 science from QR32 right there. And they like me, so that's good. Let's go ahead and praise them. At least get that ball rolling for them. And then we'll actually come back over here and praise these guys one more time too. And that'll push us past that threshold. Hopefully we can get to this threshold and then root the system with the next fine ship that's coming. Very good, amicable. They provide me with a good portion of the resources. I wonder what that's going to be. So we get 26 Empire Dust. That's great. 120 manpower and plus 23 science. So that's great. I'm good with that. Thank you. All right. We're dropping a little bit in our morale. But that's all right. We're still positive. We'll get things going after that. All right, cool. So let's do this. I should be able to quickly knock this one out, and then once I get our vine ship going, 8 turns from there, we'll take octans actually, and root that so that we can assimilate these guys. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's go and take this, send it this way. And then we'll send this one too. And then hang out at QR32 for a little bit. Only because I don't want these guys to pirate me out. Maybe we'll come actually this way with this scout ship. Then we'll let those probes figure out what's going on over there. Over there. We got Lunabarks as another level. Let's do this. Oh yes, 20 science on system. I'm good with that. I like that very much. It's probably a decent science planet. No, it's not that great, actually. Let's look at steps, too. I think we're going to look to see about colonizing steps. Steppies. Step-up-dip-bez. I know it's one of these first tiers. There we go. Alright, so we'll queue that up as well. And along the way, I'm sorry if I forget what's new. I've been playing this like relative version, like the update 4 version for a few weeks now, so I've kind of lost track of what's new to this build and what you guys haven't seen yet. So we've got prowlers. I wonder why they're part of a quest system, definitely, or a quest line, but they're not my quest line. All right. Vine ship's next. Very good. And it's only 5 turns from now, too, so. Get that going. Alright, so we've completed the dust buyout, and now we're going to get the colonized ash from the next one.
Hive cares little for the interests of other races.
Okay, so great. The Cravers are close. Where are they? I don't see them. Let's go talk to them so you can hear their voiceover stuff.
Greetings, those we will not make suffer.
Thanks. Introduce myself.
Forget something.
Yes, I forgot to introduce myself. So.
What do you sound like when you scream?
Oh my god, don't say things like that. I sound like a tree in pain, you mean little craver. Yeah, so like I said, the voiceover work is surprising because I wasn't entirely expecting it, and B, top quality. There's some lines that don't really sound great, but whatever. I don't think any game that I've ever heard VO work
The
from.
Vodiani and our church acknowledge you.
Oh, I acknowledge you. Oh, so they're over here. They don't look like they've actually taken... No, they might have. I wouldn't know. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave them alone. But yeah, there's some lines that don't really hit the right notes. But you know, I think any game that I've heard VO work from, there's a few lines I'm like, kind of cringe a little bit. The Vodiani probably the most, because I think, you know, it sounds like the person's obviously not native English speaking, and that adds a little bit of a lure to her like accent, but it also kind of like doesn't sound right occasionally.
The faithful and the church welcome your contact with the Vodiani Protectorate.
Well, I welcome...
We're too polite to say what we are thinking. So, we will stop at hello.
Well, aren't you so nice to me? Okay, so, we'll get the vine ship going. Oh, I could buy it out, but it's only one more turn. Then we'll get into a industrial infrastructure. That is quite the tongue twister. Alright, so I really like the ecologists for these guys because that helps them just really root down a lot of systems. Because obviously with the ecologist you can what's the word I'm looking for? You can you can colonize planets. Colonize, that's the word. You can colonize planets that you don't necessarily have the technology for. Though you do take a hit in Fizzy, it does let you kind of spread your tendrils more quickly. I'm gonna try the ecologist. Give them my official support and see what happens. Alright. I'm not capable of influencing in the elections yet, so the pacifists are winning. Still one. With Lunabarks is at the helm there. Ooh, quite a bit of... Okay, so we've got a luxury resource. So this is from here 3. Oh no! The vine ship is being attacked! You D-bags. 19 and 0. Crap. So I have to retreat. Damn it. It's such a good system too. I need to take that quickly. So we've got new luxury resources, which means it might be worth... Go ahead. Oh wait, we got a new one. We got Make Love Not War. So per alliance on system and per peace on system. We're not on either of those, so we're not going to worry about that. My precious. Yeah, let's do this. How much is it going to cost? Only 1 influence per person. So we're still making positive influence. That's great. And do we have any other things we can... No, nothing here. We will build a questioner and actually rush it so that we can go beat that one pirate up, because the questioner's actually got decent attack. And what was the life form? Did it not... Guess I didn't... Oh well. Alright, so we'll do infinity supermarkets here, or infinite supermarkets, sorry, to increase our morale, because it's a little lower than I like it. And take a look at what's next. So we'll get the machine bacteria, which I think was going to give us the ash colonization. Alright, nope, no, that's right. We got the ash colonization with that last one. So we could actually bring him here while we're waiting for the next questioner to clear out the pirates. So, sorry. Yeah, let's do that. We'll root this one, take Jinder, and then get the questioner up there. So we've got a collection bonus. Cool. So they're very focused on food, and obviously pacifist has a collection effect. So the Hiroshims will hopefully figure out what their luxury resources soon. Get them to start coming. All right, we've got a new event. We gained a Hiroshima on system here, which we just saw. Sorry, my cat's going crazy. All right, let's take a look. Done that. We got Xeno-industrial stuff. And very good. Alright, we're going to take the Vine ship. I'm going to take him here. Oh, sorry, I got to create that fleet. And then we're going to take the Questioner and send him up to IC 049537477. And that way we can kill that pirate. This might be a good place to end my first episode, I think. Because, you know, a bunch of things are about to happen. Keep you on the edge of your seat. You've started to kind of feel what the Unfallen's gameplay is like. And stay tuned because I'm going to release a bunch of... I think I'm going to release 3 episodes all on the same day. So stay tuned for episode 2. It should be like out really soon. Maybe even now by the time you see this. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope you guys like the Unfallen because they're near and dear to me. So, and I hope you guys are liking what you're seeing with Endless Space 2 because I just love it so much. But until next time, thanks for watching and stay tuned for episode 2. Bye.